Frankie's First Foods. Today we're going to talk about a few things. I want to talk about storage, as I mentioned last vlog. So best storage options out there, and also want to talk about reactions, allergies or intolerances, and how to spot them. So some important stuff to chat about today. But first I want to give you a little bit of feedback on how it went with Frankie. It's been 5 days that I've been giving Frankie the butternut squash, and she is devouring it. I do have to slow her down. Remember what we talked about, go very slow in the beginning. I want to therefore kind of segue into reactions, and what I was looking for on when I introduced the butternut squash to her the first day was anything abnormal. So a reaction, which would signify an intolerance or an allergy, literally can be anything out of the norm. A rash often would be found on the bum, but it can really appear anywhere on the body. So you're looking for that, and you're looking for any change in bowel movements. So it could be either or, constipation or diarrhea. It's a bit of detective work, and that is why what we do is we introduce one food at a time for 4 to 5 days. That is that is preferred, because they're so sneaky, intolerances and sensitivities and allergies, that they could take up to 3 days to show up. Reactions can, in any form, literally appear 3 days after you've consumed a food. So that's why really good to wait 4 to 5 days before introducing the next food. If there's no reaction at all, for instance, if I'm going to proceed with sweet potato and there's been no reaction with the butternut squash, then I can keep the butternut squash in the diet and then just continue introducing whatever's new. Though it's one at a time. And that's simply for the reason that if there is a reaction to the food, you want to be able to know what it is. You want to be able to find the culprit and remove it. So what you would do is, if it's clear that there was a sensitivity to the butternut squash, then I would remove that for 2 to 3 weeks, and then introduce it preferably around 3 weeks after, and watch again. And again, make sure that you're not introducing foods at the same time as when they're teething, going for their shots, anything like that that could also cause some sort of abnormality in their behavior. I mentioned it last vlog about how all of our nutrients, the baby's necessary nutrients, is still coming from either breast milk or formula. That is why when we're going to introduce some solid food, best to feed them breastfeed or formula feed, and about 15-20 minutes prior to giving the solid food. You don't want to give the food first, have them fill up on it, and then not go to the breast where all the nutrients are. So that is why always milk first, then food. Okay, so let's talk about storage options. So there's a few things on the market. These are great. These are little individual containers, BPA free, totally seal, leak proof. And they even have little measurements on there to see how much you're giving your baby at a time. So yes, definitely a good product. The only thing is they take up a little bit of room. I find a little bit, if you're tight on storage in your freezer like I am, they're not my favorite, only for that reason. But otherwise, definitely a great option. But I really like ice cube trays. So there's so many different ones on the market. I love these silicone ones. They make it really easy to pop out the food when they're frozen. And there's even some that come with lids. All right, so thanks again for joining me at Frankie's First Foods. Next vlog, tune in, because we'll be talking about purees versus baby-led weaning. Have a great night.